want to show you the process I use to remove a $100,000 student loan, an $11,000 collection, and multiple other accounts off a client's credit report without waiting 7 years so you too can knock the credit bureaus out. Hold up. Now, before we get into the process, I want to let you know this. Hey, even though you remove a student loan off your report or any other negative account off your report, you still owe the money. All right? So once you remove it off your report, set up some type of payment arrangement to pay it back so that debt won't be sold to another person and then it's going to be put right back on your credit report. You're going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. All right? So I want to let you know. So let's go over the process of what we're going to do to knock the credit bureaus out. So as you can see, no cap to my game, right? Here's the collections. As you can see, this collection, this another collection, 11,000 collection that I talked about, and the $100,000 student loan that I talked about. All right, as you can see, we got the accounts and other multiple accounts, and I'm gonna make another video talking about everything that we removed. I just wanted to show y'all a little glimpse of what we did or what I did, so you already know, not the credit bureaus out to get these accounts removed. One thing got added, we still got 50 things we're disputing and other things that we're disputing on this client's credit report. Just wanted to give you an update, and I'm going to continue giving you updates on what we're doing with different clients to get accounts removed. And everybody's clients or everybody's credit report is different. Everybody's, when it comes to disputing and getting things, like everybody has a different journey when it comes to removing accounts. So as you can see, we got the accounts removed, but why did we get the accounts removed? Let me show you why. It's based off of what I always teach is this, right? Now, hold on, I'm not a lawyer, just here to show you what's going on, right? But according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Experian has to, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and anybody else has to assure maximum possible accuracy according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which one of the specific laws you can use is 15 U.S.C. 1681 EB, right? Now, when you look at this account, and not with this just account right here, with it's missing TransUnion, but it's right here as well. So let me show you as well what I'm talking about. Most importantly, if you go back and forth, right, as you can see, when you go back and forth, like this account isn't assured maximum possible accuracy. So like the open date is incorrect, date last active, date of last payment, all the things are wrong with when you look over your report and you see the inaccuracies. Now, as you can see, we pinpointed all the inaccuracies on this person's report. So what you want to do is now create a letter. Now the letter I'm going to show you is right here. So here's the specific letter, right, of what we did. Now, the first letter I always use is the secret letter. This ain't the secret letter. The first letter I always use is the secret letter for the first round. Because what I'm trying to do is get Experian, TransUnion, Equifax to violate multiple laws. Now, I took a different approach because I wanted to leverage Metro 2 with the specific laws because I wanted to hold them to their own standards of reporting with compliance. And I wanted to use the laws as well. And we've been getting great results using this approach by pinpointing and showing the graph and everything when it comes to that. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I get a graph like this? I'm going to show you how to create the graph, how to create a letter that looks specific like this. I'm just going over what we did so you can understand in the thought process of why we did what we did, all right? So as you can see, the account, when it comes to Metro 2, there are some compliance procedures and issues that's wrong with this report. So we have a software that does that, and it pinpoints things out. But what I do is pinpoint the inaccuracies of the actual account to get the account removed from the report, all right, possibly get it removed. I'm not 100% guaranteeing that, hey, just because that, hey, this account is not showing maximum possible accuracy, the open date like it's going to come off, right? They do have the opportunity to update it according to the law to modify or fix it. I'm just asking for deletion off rip. So as you can see right here, what I said, this account is not showing maximum possible accuracy according to 15 U.S.C. 1681 EB. The open date last active is not accurate. And you can add multiple things that you also see that is not accurate. Delete account immediately for violation of 15 U.S.C. 1681 EB. Everything I do when I come to disputing is according to the law, all right? Everything. So when you look at the open date last active, date of last payment is wrong, I'm using that law, all right? If they don't update and modify, I'm using that law. If I send off a letter telling them, hey, show me the description, I'm using everything is according to the law, all right? So if you do need to talk to a lawyer, now you have proof, you have documentation, and everything that you said is not like misinterpret or like saying, hey, do this, and doing a whole bunch of foolishness where you can't get a proper lawsuit to get the account removed. All right, this is the process I use. Everybody's process is a little bit different. It's been working great. Now let me show you how to actually create this letter so YouTube can knock the credit bureaus out. Hold on, before we get into the letter, right, I want to talk about this really quick. When it comes to removing accounts off your report or just sending off letter, that is kind of out of your control, right? Because you have to wait on Experian, you have to wait on TransUnion, you have to wait on Equifax. But what's in your control is paying down debt. Like you're trying to remove the accounts off your report, and then you want to be focusing on paying down your debt to get it to 0% utilization, part of your credit score, right? Because 30% of your credit score is utilization. So as you're paying down the debt and then focusing on removing those negative accounts, that's basically the process of what you want to be doing for until you get everything off your report, or you get at least one of your credit scores good enough to qualify for the things that you want. Let me let you know, you don't need all 3 credit scores if you're not trying to buy a house to be perfect to get what you're trying to get when it comes to your credit score. And this also brings up this other one. Don't be so quick to get back in debt. When I first started this credit repair journey and helping people back in 2019, right? Some of these clients, but some of them are back, got everything removed. Like, why are you, like, what's going on? They got back into more debt that they couldn't handle, all right? Just don't be in a rush, all right? Now, if you want to learn how to create that letter that I showed you so YouTube can knock the credit bureaus out, go watch this video right here. I'm going to explain the entire process of how to create that letter, show you step by step in this video right here.